There we go. All right, welcome to another episode of Just My Opinion. I'm the Spiritual Stud.
And I'm MT, baby.
And let's get to it. So, first off, You First is an organization that was begun by Erica Wright that helps homeless people. So, somebody asked her a question.
Stupid question.
How can you help the homeless with you being gay and all? Every time I say it, it just gets stupid. It's no way to make that smart. That's just dumb. When you ask a question, just make sure that it makes sense. Mm-hmm. How can you help? Okay, let's take that and sit that over here. Homeless people, let's sit there right here. With you being gay. Sit there right there. Now, help homeless people. Gay over here. What's that got to do with anything? This is a person that is following the mission that was put on her by the source of all things, by God. So who are you with your little bitty, tiny, itty bitty mind to say anything about what this person's doing? What are you doing? I had a moment. What are you doing to help anybody while you flapping your lips? I don't understand it. I really don't get that. This lady is doing so much.
Yes.
Look it up. You First. Look it up on Facebook. See what she's doing out there for these people who have nothing. Nothing. She hitting the bricks. She ain't got no grants. And yes, I'm saying she ain't got no grants. She don't have all. She's not a big, well-known charity, but she got Southwest Airlines. She got Delta. She got all these different organizations helping her. Why? Because it was put on her spirit to do this. And some little bitty person with nothing better to do than come up and try to attack her in a sneaky little way by bringing her sexuality into her mission. These people don't give a good flying about who she is sleeping with. All they care about is when she come around, she bringing what I need. That's what they care about. Go do something. Get some business. I'm through.
Yeah, I've been friends with Erica Wright for I think over a year, and what she's doing is amazing. It is absolutely mind-boggling. Like you said, she is hitting the bricks. She's helping these people. She's asking, for just this past week, I saw her organizing. And it's no small feat.
Yeah.
What she's doing, is no small feat. But this is her mission.
Yeah.
And, who are you to criticize? Not only that, the least. She's helping the least. What God commands us all to do.
Right.
Is to help the least.
Right.
And because of her sexuality, you feel like she shouldn't? That it's just the most idiotic thing ever. And we, at Just My Opinion, have decided that we are going to definitely put a package together and send it to help promote and let people be aware of what she's doing, and so other people can help.
Right.
Because as soon as you try to do something positive, people always want to tear you down.
I always got something to say.
Always got something to say.
Ain't got nothing else to do. You ain't doing nothing. I bet you ain't gave nada to nobody. You got your lips flapping in the wind. I'm through with that.
Well, I had an interesting look at an article by the LA Times about the Black Lives Matter versus the Gay Pride in San Francisco.
Okay.
Found this very fascinating because when I saw headlines all over that Black Lives Matter had shut down the Gay Pride parade, I was like, what is going on? This doesn't make sense. Many of you may not be aware, but the Black Lives Matter group was started by black lesbians.
Didn't know.
So I was like, what? This doesn't make sense. But then I read the article and got enlightened. And there's two pieces to this I want to talk about.
Okay.
The first piece being what actually happened, in my opinion, as it were,
Okay.
on why we should change our tactics, because some tactics work and some don't.
Yeah.
Now, what happened was Black Lives Matter, as many of you well know, they're not anti-police, but they're anti-bad cops.
Right.
You know, Philando Castile, that name's been through the news all this past week as the verdict came down that the police officer that shot him with a child in the back of the seat
Right.
was, you know, exonerated, and, you know, they took his job, but he walks free.
Right.
You know, people protested, people are upset, and the Black Lives Matter is trying to change the way the police system police minority communities, you know. So part of the problem was the police presence. They apparently had a section of the parade for police officers, and they were against that. Also, they were concerned because the other protesters having a huge police presence at the gay pride parade. And lastly, because there are not enough people of color represented in the planning and organizing of the gay pride events.
Yeah.
So they sat down with the leaders of gay pride and very quickly came to an understanding. Now, see, once again, this leads me to my idea and opinion.
Right.
When you have two leadership positions that can sit down and negotiate, one, those leaders of gay pride, they're minorities in the fact they're LGBT people.
Right.
So they were kind of ears open to what Black Lives Matter had to say. And they were able to quickly come to an agreement and negotiate and be able to come to an understanding that they could work together. And it worked, but it worked because I think they were on an equal authoritarian playing field.
Yeah.
This leads me to my point about how we change our tactics. Because the idea came to me, this analogy. If you work for a company, and as employees you decide that a policy that they have is not fair, is discriminatory, you go to your manager. You say, hey, we employees don't like this, whatever. The pressure is going upwards to the manager. The manager is going to take it to the owner. The owner is going to say one of three things. Either, if you don't like my policy, hit the road.
Right.
Okay, let's listen and see if we can negotiate.
Okay.
Or, I agree, and yeah, we should change the policy. Let me ask you which of the three you think the owner is going to say. Most likely, depending on the mindset of the people who own the company, they might just tell you to hit the road.
Hit the bricks.
Because they're not feeling the pressure
Right.
from the bottom up. You know, you're not on an equal playing field when you're a lowly employee and they own the business.
Right.
But when you get on an equal playing field, I think that's when the pressure really works.
Yeah.
You know, protesting's fine. I'm not against it. But I feel like we need to refocus our energies into something that is better working for us. Look at the town hall meetings. We as constituents who put these people in office, they are running away from town hall meetings because they don't want to face those people who are saying, don't take away my health care. I can't live without it. My husband, my spouse can't live without it.
Right.
You know, don't increase my taxes, all these type of things. So I feel like when you're on a more level, because I mean, we vote them in, we vote them out.
Right.
If you vote somebody in and you don't like what they're doing, you have every right to go to that town hall, to go to their office, to write a letter, to make a phone call, because they work for you.
Right.
We forget that as Americans.
Yeah, we do.
That they work for us. It's not the other way around. So, you know, we have every right to want and desire, and then we can start negotiating.
Yeah.
You know, and I just feel like we need to refocus those energies. I was glad I read the article. You know, if you Google it, it pulls right up. It's in the LA Times.
Okay.
About Black Lives Matter and the gay pride.
Right.
But I was so glad, because that's how real negotiation works.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so we're headed to Seattle. Seattle.
Uh-oh.
One of my favorite cities in this country. I love Seattle.
It's too rainy.
But Seattle doesn't love me.
Uh-oh.
See, this is the issue, right? All right. So some teachers in the Seattle School District wore their Black Lives Matter t-shirts. Now, understand, this is not a black school district.
Mm-hmm.
It's a majority white school district. And some people got, shall we say, upset because little Suzanne or whoever went home and said, I feel bad because I'm white. Now listen, the goal of this was not to make anyone feel bad. It was to open people's eyes. And what happened was, instead of parents taking the opportunity to talk to their children and explain why people are saying Black Lives Matter, they started sending nasty emails to the principal, or to the superintendent, whoever, saying, well, you know, they made my baby feel bad for being white, and yada, yada, yada. What about the Native Americans, and what about the Asians, and what about the red, white, and blue? I mean, listen, at the end of the day, black people, African Americans, whatever we are on this day, at this moment in time, we are the low on the pole. That's just it. Natives really don't get a lot of talk, not a lot of conversation
Until the Dakota Access
until the pipeline. Hispanics, they're gonna get, where's your papers? It's just gonna be like apartheid. You driving through, they see you, where's your papers? This what's gonna happen. But us, we getting killed like flies. We getting killed like ticks being pulled off of bulldogs. We gets killed. That's it. We gets killed. That's why they tell you Black Lives Matter. And for you people who consider yourselves to be liberals up in Seattle, you showed your true colors. You showed your true colors. You're liberal as long as it does not affect you and yours. Because at the end of the day, you still have that privilege. And you don't want to lose it. And you don't want your children to lose it. So guess what? I don't want Deshaun in my baby's classroom. In my baby's school. Tell me how I can get out of the school district. Why? You're a majority. Why do you want to leave the school district? Because there's a few black folks in your school? That's ridiculous. But that tells me something. It's not about you caring. You don't care. You don't care. It's all about separate but equal. That's where you are. I mean, that's reality. People who say they live in the South like it because they know where they stand. I know who my friends are. I know who really don't like me because of my skin color. But you people are just snaky. You snaky, not sneaky, snaky. Because people don't really know. Yeah, you vote right. Yeah, you say the right things. But in your heart of hearts, not for real.
That's right.
Not for real. And that right there is the bad thing. Because before you start talking about any people who voted for the orange Cheeto man, you need to take a look in the mirror at yourself. Because even though you're voting for the right people, and you might say the right thing, in your heart of hearts, you still on the local level, you still holding us down. You still holding us down.
That's right.
That's the reality of it.
I said that when 45 was elected, that, you know, is racism a real problem in America? Yes, it is.
Yes.
But is the divide between the wealthy and the poor a bigger problem?
Yes.
And what's going to happen is those people who voted thinking, oh, he's going to help the working man and the coal miners and this and that and the other. You people have been, what did you say?
Bamboozled.
Led astray. Because let me tell you something. This man cares nothing about anything but his money, his position, his title, and holding on to it.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
He don't care about you little working people. He really doesn't. I don't care what comes out of his mouth. Look at the policies.
That's what y'all gotta look at, man.
Mm-hmm.
You want to sit up here and be like, oh, now he's closing down Cuba. All the old Cubans happy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yay! You're in Florida. Woo! Yay! Smoking your big fat Cuban cigars and drinking your Cuban coffee while your Cuban kids saying, y'all stupid. Stupid. What is wrong with my peoples? Y'all got to get out of this mindset of holding people down because of who they are. You so mad at Fidel Castro, who is dead. You can't even see that this would help the Cuban people. You don't care about the Cuban people. You over here in America, in Florida, Sunshine State, living your good life, and you still bitter. You still bitter. When you gonna get past that? Like you tell us, like folks tell us, get over it.
Get over it. They'll
it.
say it in a heartbeat.
Get over it.
But let me tell you what's not going to be important. The fact that little Deshaun, Daquan, whoever is in your little Sweet Mary's classroom is going to be the last thing on your mind when you have no health insurance.
Yep.
And when you can't pay your mortgage.
Right.
And when your taxes are so high that you can't live in your little white picket fenced in home
Right.
with your 2 dogs and your 2 cars. You know, when you can't put gas in the car,
Right.
them things become irrelevant
Right.
about the brown people down the street.
Right.
Okay? So what I honestly believe, and I've been saying for a year, is that, you know, the funny thing about racism is that it puts the blinders on. You can't see nothing but your hatred.
Right.
That's all you can see is, I don't like them because they're brown. I don't, you know, you know, and you can't see past that. So you will make decisions that cause you to be in even further turmoil
Right.
because you are blinded by your hatred.
Right.
And that's with racism. That's with all type of things. You know, we put these blinders on and you can't see left or right. All you see is that you're angry, you're hatred, you don't like this. Because of what?
Right.
Because of what? You don't even know little Daquan.
Right.
He could be a sweet little kid.
No. You don't even step outside of your box to know somebody who's a transsexual, maybe, or
Right.
somebody transgendered, somebody who is gay or a lesbian. You know, queer, whatever, gender fluid, whatever they may be.
Right.
You are in your Bible so deep that you can't see. Right, you can't see outside of this. And when you're like this, that makes your life so much harder because
Yes.
everybody outside of this little box that you're looking in causes you pain.
Yes.
Causes you, and you don't even know why. And then you believe all the stereotypes. Oh, they're lazy. Really?
Right.
Really?
Well, like Paul Mooney used to say, yeah, we lazy since we ain't working for free no more. Paul Mooney's a trip. But yeah, but you know what? And you're hurting yourself. You're not doing nothing but hurting yourself.
Right.
You know, if you believe in the Bible, you believe that Jesus walked with the people who, like today, that were the outcasts.
Right.
You think he did that just because that was forced upon him to do? You know, he's the leader. You follow Jesus, right? That you Christians, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to follow Jesus. Jesus didn't hang out with the Pharisees. He had a lot of negative things to say about those who sat up high and looked down low.
Yep.
He had a lot to say about those folk. But you know, you can't apply that part to your life.
Right.
You know, he was with the prostitutes and the adulterers and things like that. Real people with real life problems.
Right.
And you know, and he was there with comforting words and with love. But you know what? Because you feel justified because you read the Bible,
some
passages,
right,
and you listened to the man at your church who told you how to think.
Right.
That's a whole nother topic.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
then all of a sudden you feel so self-righteous that you feel like it's okay to discriminate against people. That's not what he said. That's not what he said.
Hey, I heard the best thing ever about the Bible. Christianity is Jesus. The Bible is Paul. I've always said that. I've always said that. But real Christianity, that's Jesus.
Yeah.
Real Christianity.
Yeah.
The Bible, the New Testament, all that there, that's Paul. That's Paul.
That's a whole nother ball.
I'm just saying, you know, we could go on for days about Paul and everything. And
we'll do a show on Paul one day. Because I got some issues with Paul. That dude.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, let's do.
Texas.
Yes.
Texas. Just left you last month. Oh, how you hurt me, Texas. If I could, I would live there. But once again, they're passing stupid laws. My paperwork here. HB 3859 makes it okay to be discriminatory against people that are different based on religion. Okay. So therefore, if you are an interfaith couple, Jewish and Muslim, say, you can't adopt a kid because I'm Christian and that is not right. Okay? We are the right ones and you are the wrong ones. No kid. Okay, you were divorced before and now you're remarried? That means that she's committing adultery. No kid.
No adoption.
No adoption, no foster. None of that. You're gay. Oh wait, you don't even get in the door.
No,
you don't even get in the door.
Matter of fact, we got this nice little place we want to send you to, and there's gonna be some people for you to talk to. Don't worry about the electrodes.
Nah.
Don't worry about the movie projectors. We're gonna send you over here so we can, ungay you.
Right. That's what we're gonna do. So once again, Texas, you're leading the way to stupidity. Once again, I don't know why you guys keep voting these people into office who don't even have your best interest at heart. I don't know why this keeps happening. I can't understand it. I mean, really, I just don't get it. But you know what? I don't live there. Not my problem. Not my issue. But it is because it's discriminatory against my people. My people.
Once again, perfect example of blinders on.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You're so blinded by your hate of gay people that you would let them pass this legislation that affects interfaith people.
Right.
Okay? Interfaith people are everywhere. Okay? We're not even the majority of interfaith people. Hello? You got an atheist and a Christian who are married. You can adopt no kids.
No, because why? She can't even, or he can't even convince their spouse to come over to the Christian side. So what are you going to do with this little baby? Nope.
And you know what? Think about this when it came to the chick who refused to give out the gay marriage license.
Yeah.
She was divorced.
Right.
She was divorced.
Yes.
And then you got the audacity.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Let's move on.
Let's do.
Let's go to wherever you wanted to go to.
Oh, the A train. The A train. Whoop whoop. A train to hell. We got somebody to put a passenger on. Now loading up Margaret Court. We see you. We see you, Margaret. We know you're out there. Because what happened was Margaret Court, if you don't know, was a tennis player.
Yep.
A lesbian tennis player who got all kinds of awards. Had courts named after her. Won all kinds of awards. Well, Miss Margaret retired from tennis, became a minister, and now she's trying to throw her LGBT people under the bus. She just came out saying very horrible. Matter of fact, one of the comments that she made to a person who was a parent of a trans child was that it was their fault.
Right.
It was their fault that their kids were trans.
Right.
Now, yeah, she goes on the A train.
Yeah.
You're getting out of here. You're going straight to hell. Straight to hell. Gasoline draws on. You going straight to hell.
Go burn up as soon as you hit it.
Because that doesn't make any sense. Here we go again with the people who get in high positions and want to look down low on other people.
Yeah. And just for you, Miss Court, the last thing we're going to talk about is 12-year-old Savannah, who came out in the Mormon church in front of this whole congregation, told them she believed that God intended her to be this way and God loves her as she is. So for all you people who want to sit in judgment of someone who is gay, guess what? A 12-year-old girl had the balls stand up in church, Mormon church, and say who she really is. And that God loves her anyway. Of course, the leadership shut her down.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Because her goal is to help other people.
Bless her heart.
Like her. That's all we got to say.
Hey, one question before we go.
All right.
I want to ask all of our listeners who are non-LGBT, heterosexual, when was it that you decided that you were straight?
Yeah. How old were you?
Were you molested? Is that why you're straight?
Was your mother and father not together? Was your mother overbearing? Or was your father so sensitive?
Were you gang raped? Is that why you're straight?
Something happened to you.
Something must have happened to make you that way. You know, we've got this nice place for you to go if you're straight, where we can, you know, help you with that problem that you have.
We can show you really good movies. Yeah.
Yep. And we can help you get over that crisis that you're in.
Yeah.
Yep. They think we have an agenda. You know, they think we have an agenda to turn everybody gay. It's just sprinkles and rainbows everywhere.
Unicorns.
You know, rainbow flags and just, we're going to beat it over your head until everybody's gay. They think we have an agenda, but those are the questions that they ask us.
Right.
How did you know?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Have you ever had sex with someone of the same sex? Because, you know, you're not really sure until you go there.
Right.
You know, questions they ask of us, they would never ask of heterosexual people.
Right.
So my whole thing is, let's ask you those questions. How did you know?
Yeah.
You know?
How did you know?
And we don't ever do that to people.
No, we
don't ever do that to people.
We don't.
First of all, I had someone mention something to me the other day about some trans person. Oh, no. It was, okay, long story short, because you know I can go long. I go squirrel.
Yeah, we got 2 minutes.
Yeah. So what happened was this person is a trans, pansexual, two-spirit, blah, 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 blah.
Wow.
Well, I don't understand. Guess what? None of your business. It's none of your business. How about that? Because you ain't in their room. You ain't sleeping with them. God forbid you have to work with someone.
Wow.
You know, oh my goodness. But I'm just saying, it is none of your business. Don't nobody go around asking straight people what you do in your bedroom.
Don't want to know.
Or what kind of sex you having, or what kind of kinky boots you putting on. It's nobody's business what goes on in the bedroom.
Right.
So stop asking people who are LGBT what goes on in theirs.
Right.
Because if you ask me, I'm going to ask you first. Well, what you doing? It's none of your business. Okay, I'm done. I'm just saying. Just stupidity.
Woo, okay, well, you know what? And on that note, we shall exit the building. Thank you for watching and listening to Just My Opinion. We appreciate you.
Yes,
we love you.
Yes,
our people, you know, please pay attention to politics. Please. Your future, your present depends on it. I'm the Spiritual Stud.
And I am MT, baby.
And we's out of here. Peace.